Greetings. I'm trying to get my dribble right. Make sure y'all go to the website and get right. TheRealDribble.com. Go over there and get right. But, man, it all makes sense to me now. Y'all come in here. Let's kick it for a minute. Let's kick it. I got a MacBook next to me, and I see that the notifications just went out on the Mac, and I've been on here for 50 seconds already. Okay, here y'all come. Doom, 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 doom. J Alpha, what's up? Pee Wee. Derek G, what's good? DC checking in. TheRealDribble.com. Go over there and get right, man. Got crazy knittage over there. Let me get the Rollo sack. Got crazy knittage over there, man. Go over there and get right. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Splash, what's up? Splash, hit the website, man. I put that in the air today. Brooklyn, what's up? The Shakir Stewart situation. It all makes total sense to me. It all makes total sense. The tapes, the Molly tapes. Gonna call it the Molly tapes. Oakland, what's good? Make sure y'all go to the website and get right. You know the seasons are changing and shit. You want to be fashionably black and all that. So go to the website, TheRealDribble.com. He said that. He said he got the knitted basket. Yeah, man, come to the right place. Knittage. But anyway, the Shakir Stewart situation makes total sense to me. He died of extortion. He died of extortion. He got tired of paying. They had his dick in a vice. They had his dick in a vice. Y'all remember? He said, yo, I read L.A. Reid autobiography. I've been wondering why this dude killed himself. TheRealDribble.com, fam. Good morning. He died of extortion. If y'all been following this platform, y'all done heard me speak about Molly G. I believe I even wrote about some of it in my book. But y'all know about the Molly G situation. I told you about those tapes. Remember I told you about them tapes? He said, come on, man, tell us. He said, I'm out the loop. He said, yeah, the Shakir Stewart and Chris Lighty suicides kind of got brushed over. I believe he died of extortion. I believe he was on the Molly tapes. I believe he was on the tapes. Yep. I had to grow into this. I had to grow into this conclusion. I had to gather information for years over a period of time. All the key players that I've been involved with have been mentioning his name to me. And I never looked into who he was and shit like that. But it makes perfect sense now. He said, that's a little heavy. I know. He said, November 1st, 2008, Stewart was found in the bathroom of his home in Atlanta suburb of Marietta with self-inflicted gunshot wound. He said, yeah, I heard he was on tape. Marley had those tapes briefly. It was some static about them tapes. I'm starting to notice, right, that, well, Reggie Wright and others have been mentioning this story incidentally. I don't think they know the depth of it. But Reggie got a recent video where he speak about certain people, and it's some athletes involved, and y'all know I wasn't getting into that, so I kind of I stood down all this time because of the athletes, but because of the alleged athletes. But on these tapes, extortion was a big part of the music and entertainment business. Extortion. He said Reggie don't care what he say right now. He said, who is he in relation to Tupac? No relation. I don't think they got, no relation. He said, breaking news. It makes sense. It makes total sense. He was on them tapes. He was on the tape some type of way. My question is this, because I listened to somebody speak and they said that they was kind of lined up. I don't know how you can get lined up with a blit aid. I don't know how you can get lined up like that. I don't. He said wet tapes. Marley G, when he was on death row or trying to be on death row, him and it's been documented. It's been documented about Dallas Austin. Marley G and them went out to LA and got around Snoop and all of them niggas, and they didn't want to be with Dallas Austin no more and shit. Right? So he kind of like he was rolling with Death Row and shit. He was rolling with Death Row. Boom. This is why you got, the Mr. Malik shit out there. They ended up, I guess, taking Malik, but this is around the time they hanging around Death Row, right? Boom. They going to nightclubs with these niggas, but they kids and shit. So they got to a nightclub, and Marley couldn't get in because he was a kid. So he got to go back and sit in Suge's limousine for, until them niggas come out and shit. When he get in the limousine, there's a duffel bag. Marley, mischievous, trying to rob, whatever. He opens the duffel bag. Boom. In the duffel bag is a camera and some tapes. Right? He opened it up and start playing the motherfucking tapes. And he seen some shit, right? And I guess he broke out with the bag and shit like that. And they was gonna kill his little ass about that shit. They was gonna kill his little ass about this tape with this bag of tapes and shit. This is a true story. But on these tapes were people doing their thing and shit deviantly, extracurricular, marital, people cheating on people cheating on their wives cheating, niggas on blade time, different types of extortion shit, blackmail. Shit that'll ruin you. And I believe that he crumbled under the pressure of extortion and shit. Word. Thank you. Go to therealdribble.com, get you one. He said, Blades, yeah. Lord Piff, I heard that too. I heard that too. And I heard that too, and I heard how people might have felt about that, what you just said. But it was this. It was this. It was this. I'm telling you, it was this. It was this. It was these tapes. He was under pressure for these tapes. I'm telling you. I heard he was messing with Kim Porter. My man said was tape in that bag. I believe so. I was waiting for somebody to say that. Y'all read that. Y'all make sure y'all read in the comments, because some shit I ain't gonna say. Some shit I ain't gonna say. Capers, I appreciate your super chat. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I told you it was some athletes. I told you it was some athletes and some I believe Kirk Franklin was on there. Kirk Franklin. Some athletes. It was more than it was plural athletes. Some athletes that'll fuck you up. But listen, right? Boom. It was, damn, who was on them tapes, man? I can't remember, man. He told me so long ago. I used to know the names. Now, see, I appreciate your super chat. It didn't, I know Kirk Franklin was one of them. And it was more, man. I just can't remember. But a lot of the people was people that was a part of Black Atlanta, like living around Atlanta and shit like that. True story. True story. Damn, man, who the fuck was on them tapes, man? Music executives, like some major hitters is on these tapes. And you could imagine the types of people that was on this type of activity. Yeah. I appreciate your super chat, Hood Current Events in the building. He said, wow, Kirk Franklin. It was more. Y'all got to do y'all research. I can't say this shit. I can't say this shit. Not because of fear, because of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all, if y'all say it, I'll tell you whether you right or not. Mackin, Shizavelli. Correct. Hustle Hard Comrade in the building. I appreciate your super chat. He said, I believe that Shakir was on the tapes. I believe that. He said, I've been watching for over 9 years. Thank you. He just think who was popping around 2006, 2008. You could damn near guess. Damn, man. This story is all true. And if you want some support, you want some supporting literature on this activity, go buy Mark Curry's book. It's called Dancing with the Devil. When he wrote the book, Dancing with the Devil, people thought he was talking about Diddy. He wasn't talking about Diddy. He was talking about the music industry as a whole and shit. He was talking about the music industry as a whole, but he speak about the tapes, and he speak about Marley G. He said, what tapes you talking about? You got to pull this all the way back, man. Some blackmail shit was going on in the entertainment business. It's probably still going on to this day. The Mafia used to do shit like that. You know why? The FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, he denounced that it was a mafia. You know why he said the mafia didn't exist? Y'all want to know why? The mafia had his ass on tape. They had his ass on tape in a bathhouse some motherfucking where, fucking around with the blades and shit all the way out there. And they told his motherfucking ass, y'all gonna let us do what the fuck we want with this mob shit. And if you fuck with us, this shit is going up. We putting it out there. This is true. This is true. So this been going on. The mafia been doing this shit, but this shit was going on in the entertainment business. He said they had pictures of J. Edgar Hoover cross-dressing and shit like that. Getting down. Deviant. He said, yeah, Hoover was a poop, but they had Hoover pictures cross-dressing. He got buried next to his boyfriend. Epstein had tapes too. Pillmatic 2 on the way. If you ever watch it, it tells you how the entertainment business works. Right. Epstein had tapes on everybody. He said they buried together. Him and his blade buried together, huh? Speaking of all of this, I made a post on my IG yesterday. It kind of ruffled some feathers, and I was saying how I'm tired of these niggas getting on here talking about, calling themselves, all these niggas that got OG attached to their name online, they some bum-ass niggas. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them. All this shit started from one video. I was telling my man last night when I did the interview with B. McFly. One video, Queen's Flip, he started all this shit. He started all this shit. I'm telling you, he started all this shit. That one video. After that, it was a chain reaction. Like, them niggas told their story about how the Bloods happened. Everybody else said, no, it happened like this. And the world just, the internet, it just got fucked up, man. It got fucked up bad. All of these old niggas came out of nowhere and they just like think that they can exist with this shit, man. And it's getting fucking annoying. But these niggas have went to the extent of telling Blaze stories, yo. And that's disturbing. That's disturbing. And I name names. The niggas from the West and the niggas from down South be putting out content about Blaze, talking about Blaze stories and shit like that. How can you have a Blaze story? Well, what convict has a Blaze story? This makes no sense. How do you see a motherfucker talking about, yeah, I was seeing niggas getting raped and shit. How the fuck did you see a motherfucker getting raped and you ain't say nothing or nothing like that? Like, what type of weird shit is this? Like, this makes no fucking sense to me like that. And why would you even be sharing this? This is some shit that ain't even acknowledged and spoken about in the institutions, but you out here speaking about this shit like this is some hip shit to do and shit. And I'm gonna tell you something, right? Anybody that'll speak about that shit was a participant. Was a participant. You up too close to the action, my nigga, to know what the fuck be going on with them and shit. Straight up. Them niggas be over on they, in they world doing they thing and that's it. Like, motherfuckers on here telling all these Blade stories. You got a Blade gang member and all. This shit is, all of this shit come from one fucking video. It did, man. It did. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this, man. It wasn't like this. It wasn't. He said the Blaze side of YouTube. Yeah, they creating it. They creating it. Niggas don't got nothing to talk about. Just keep talking about jail over and over and over and shit, man. Like, go the fuck away. Like, that shit is annoying. Soul B was the truth. Soul B was potency, history, substance. He said, what's the one video? Queen's Flip. Queen's Flip. When he put all the jail bloods on there. This shit got funky after that. She don't need no apology from me. I ain't said nothing about her. Just keep talking about jail. Oh, you gotta be making, come on, man. I told my whole jail story. I had an extensive correctional and juvenile correctional background. I told that shit in one video and shit. I told all that shit in one video. These motherfuckers keep going on and on and on and shit with this. And take your fucking Cash App down. Take your fucking Cash App down. Do not fuck with no platforms that got their Cash App posted, yo. Either you're doing this or you're not. Don't listen. That's a direct panhandle move. Men don't do that. That's why these niggas is coming here. That's why these niggas is coming here. Because y'all been Cash Apping these niggas. That's why these niggas be coming here. For real. For real. Somebody told these niggas, man, I done got a few. Motherfucker gave me $50. What? These is niggas that don't got nothing going on in life. I'm telling you. The older niggas, they got stories, they got shit to talk about that was getting money. They still getting money and they ain't on the internet. These niggas that you see on the internet is busted. These niggas that you see on the internet are some bum ass niggas and shit. How you go from a drug kingpin to posting your Cash App? That go for everybody. That go for everybody. That go for everybody. Stop it. Make no sense. He said, then they try to guilt trip their audiences with the renters do. Man, fuck your rent. Fuck your rent. Yeah, all of these niggas is washed up, got nothing to fucking talk about. Start putting it in the comments, man. It's time for you to move on, pimp. It's time for you to move on, man. You gave your little prison tale, man. Get on, man. Whatever it is that you do, go back to doing it, my nigga. Like, cluttering this shit, my nigga. Like, word. Y'all ain't tired of this shit? I am. As soon as you cut on the fucking internet, it's like they got a black algorithm. They like, we're going to push all this ignorant shit to them niggas. As soon as you open up your phone, what you see? These ignorant ass niggas, man. Nobody want to hear these niggas. Roger J, I appreciate your super chat. Make sure y'all go to the website and get right, man. Too black, too strong, too gifted and shit. That's what we representing out here. Word up. It's a difference. Pay attention, man. These niggas posting their Cash App. It's supposed to be the fucking cipher and shit. Each one teach one and shit. These niggas passing around the hat. That's that black preacher shit. That's that black preacher shit. Hey, yo. Remember that nigga from Brooklyn? Remember that preacher from Brooklyn? Was wearing all that Gucci and shit? Yo! What happened to homeboy? Choked out one of his, choked out the broad on camera and shit in the church. He said, OG pastor. Is that what y'all call him? Wow. We got to get rid of all these OG niggas. Get rid of all these OG niggas. For real. We know who thorough and we not. But the niggas that got OG attached to their name, get them out of here, yo. That shit got a bad stigma attached to it and shit. That shit used to mean something. When I was coming up, a OG was a nigga who was driving a big fly town car and shit, wore slacks and shit, always got a motherfucking fly watch on and shit, smelling good. You know them niggas. You know them niggas be laying concrete and all that type of shit. Be in the union, them ballin' ass black niggas. You be like, okay, OG. Niggas be at the card house and shit on Friday when they get their check. You see all them big ass fly car, all the OGs on the block. Them niggas is OGs. These niggas is busted. It's a difference. He said, Pimp C spoke about Mace getting caught in Atlanta. He said, all my uncles, right? What happened to them and shit? Hey, yo, y'all go to the, I was watching The Wire last night, and it's a scene on there when Marlo in the car house. He playing cards in the car house. OG in there trimming his motherfucking ass and shit. Them type of niggas. Them is OGs. Y'all see that scene on The Wire when Marlo in the car house playing with them older niggas? They ain't drug dealers. They in there busting his ass. Yo. Trey, you can get one at therealdribble.com, my nigga. PA Net shit. Go get you one. He said, I was watching that same thing. Yeah, these niggas not OG. Yeah, they just be naming themselves OG. And I'm glad you. Let's stop niggas interviewing themselves. Let's break this trend of niggas interviewing themselves, man. When you see me getting interviewed, I'm on Lord Jamar podcast, the Godcast. I'm on the stage with him and Rod Digger. Or I'm on the sound stage. I'm in fucking Devin Wade's studio, like, or I'm on the stage with Kurt Bone, or I'm on the sound stage with Kurt Bone and shit. Like, that's an interview. These niggas be interviewing themselves. Them niggas them niggas get a camera, tell they homeboy, yo, ask me some questions. Nobody wants to hear from you, my nigga. You nobody and shit. This is what the fuck is going on online. I'm like, who the fuck keep asking these motherfuckers these questions and shit? These motherfuckers that came here together. This a bitch? What kind of insider trading shit is this? What kind of insider trading shit is this? Nobody's interested. You niggas ain't wrote nan book. You niggas don't got no accreditations. Motherfuckers interviewed y'all one time about some shit and y'all got addicted and voila. Pollution, online pollution. Online pollution. He said, I got 2 OGs on my block every day. One drive a caddy still, and the other got a 500 Benz, dark shades, pinky rings, and medallions. I appreciate your super chats. Y'all in here getting busy this morning. I appreciate that. Getting back to the Shakir Stewart situation, I feel he died of extortion. He died of extortion. He did. That's my 100% opinion. Believe he was on the Marley tapes. Keep it going. We love your perspective. Peace. I appreciate you, Nasir. OG means old God. Nobody even with that shit. Live niggas ain't even with that shit. You can't call no live nigga OG or Unk or nothing. Let niggas take that shit offensive. The fuck is you talking about? Nigga, I still can hoop. I ain't no motherfucking Unk, nigga. The fuck is you Oh, shit. He said, yeah, his story always been weird to me. He died of extortion, y'all, the pressure. He probably was paying a lot of money. And not only did they have his ass pent up, these niggas is aggressive too, that was known for doing this type of shit. These are some aggressive gangster type motherfuckers. So ain't no telling what, his encounters was like. He's a public figure. They know where he gonna be at. He said, I heard they had him on film right after he died. When I came home from prison in 98, I got my CDL and became a truck driver. I suggest that others past their prime, street guys, do the same. Stay off YouTube, move on, expire with some grace. I'm a trendsetter. I heard about Dirk. If he wearing this now, that's what's up. Y'all know where it started at. He said, have you ever ended up in a coke party by mistake? Not really. I done been around some shit, but I don't think it's no such thing as going to a coke party by mistake. The motherfuckers that invited you, they name and shit is on the line. If you get invited to a party, you know the types of motherfuckers that fuck with coke. So you gotta change your fucking company, my nigga. I ain't never been to one of them parties by accident. He said, the trucking industry is a mess right now. He said, it's official. YouTubers getting the bag for fighting, though. That's cool, I guess. I'm just saying, I'm here to stick to my topics and shit like that. Like, this ain't no free-for-all and shit. I ain't got to do none of that nigga shit to be here. And I wish the rest of these bum niggas go about their business. I like when they expire, when their channels start to crumble and shit like that. Like, they'll get the message eventually. It's just the fact that they're here right now. You know what I mean? He said, I've been hearing trucking was bad. Why so many people promoting and doing it? When I be at the truck stops and shit, I be seeing a lot of niggas and shit going in there taking showers and shit like that. He said, in the end, they proud to be on the dirty side of YouTube. Niggas can tell their little prison story in an hour and be done. Tell their whole prison experience and shit. Niggas got Blaze stories and shit like that. Niggas be bugging with that. The after hours you had at home, notice it's a party going at your homie crib. I can dig it, pimp. Oh, I'm glad you said his name. This is how bad it is. Fleece Johnson is not only a pedophile. I'm pretty sure he was, fucking with young boys and shit. He's a blade and shit. And if you go look at his interview when he was younger, he looked like an aggressive, dangerous, older convict and shit. He did. So I believe everything that he was saying, but the fact that he's still online thinking that he's a somebody and shit, that's just ridiculous and shit. That's ridiculous. You the scum of the prison. You the scum of the prison, my nigga. Like, this is a real live booty bandit. Y'all be in the comments talking to him and shit like that. Like, we don't talk to bandits. Them is aliens and shit like that. Y'all be in the comments. He said he got a wife now. Both of them is twisted. Fuck that. Fuck that. He been a blade raping motherfuckers for 30 years and shit like that. This motherfucker come out of jail, start telling detailed stories of sexing motherfuckers and shit like that. Like, this shit has gotten out of hand. These motherfuckers need to go on about their business. For real. Y'all be mingling with these motherfuckers and shit like that. I'm like, damn, like, don't y'all know how disturbed I'd be to cut on YouTube and a Fleece Johnson video is attached to my work, to my masterpieces and shit? I'm on some totally different shit. Why is a fucking Fleece Johnson in the same search engine as my shit? Like, the fuck is going on? This motherfucker retarded. He has to be retarded. He was in jail almost 40 years. He was in jail almost 40 years. This nigga probably don't talk to nobody but people online. People in general society, ain't nobody gonna be talking to Fleece Johnson on the street. Who the fuck gonna be seen hanging with him on the street, talking to him on the street? Nigga ain't got no friends. He says, we supposed to be running from people like that. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all like the video. Good morning. He said they calling that media. Yeah, content. That's how desperate motherfuckers is to be online and shit. He said I sound like a hater. Wow. Wow. How about I sound like a heterosexual? How about that? He said, what them jail videos taking your views? No, I don't want that shit around my motherfucking... I don't want that whole body, them niggas to be doing them shits and shit like that. Like, them OG niggas. I'm naming names. If a nigga online, he got OG tattooed to his name, he bum. He ain't talking about getting no money. That's a part of being an OG, right? You an older guy, right? You should be passing on some information. These niggas don't be talking about getting no money. You know why? They don't got no history of getting money, because if they did, they'd talk about it and shit. These niggas is some bum-ass, scum of the earth niggas that then felt that they could come here and become something. I'm telling you, straight up. Niggas get on here and say, they doing this for the youth. They doing this for the youth. What the fuck comes out of your mouth can help the youth, my nigga? What the fuck that can come out of your mouth can help the youth? What are you saying that can help the youth? Keep talking about jail? Scared straight didn't work. Scared straight didn't work, my nigga. What the fuck? It's grown men with zero integrity. He said, these videos keep me thinking straight because I never want to be around them. I don't belong in front of the camera. I'm behind the camera and shit. Prolific MCs belong on this platform. I'm just here right now because the Shakir Stewart situation. I'm a journalist. Y'all got to understand, I've gathered information over years with this Shakir Stewart shit has been placed in my lap like probably for like 6 years. Probably 6 years, right? And I never chose to talk about him. When his name came up in the conversations, he was a little person in the conversation because the conversations that he was coming up in was gangsters. And the person that I was talking to, we was talking about gangster shit. And somehow his name would get mentioned and shit. I interviewed a dude named G, an older dude on this platform. And he said something on this platform about Shakir Stewart. And the key players was saying this shit the whole time. And it didn't, and then it all came together. It all came together. It did. This recent Jimmy Henchman, you know that got the Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack shit. It got my channel going crazy and shit. The comments going crazy. And in this conversation with them, this extortion shit, Shakir Stewart's name would come up. And that's why his name is up right now. I didn't do this on my own. He said, who was under the table in the NWA movie? That was a music executive's brother. It was. He said, not for the youth, just war stories, no growth. Tell us how you grew. That would be for the youth. How did you evolve? How the fuck can you keep talking about jail? Ken Padmore said, Wendy Williams been spoke about this. I guess I'm on the right track. I guess it's heat there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. South London, what up? South London. Jaquetta, go to my website and get you one, therealdribble.com. I got different colorways and shit, like the red to be up here, the green, you know. Flipping. And go get you a hoodie. It ain't gonna, I got the dreadlock satin hood, so it don't be pulling on your hair. On your hair. I never seen an older cat that was getting money call themselves OG. It's just the dirty cats went to prison and turned blood, they call themselves that. Guys been infatuated with the food shit. She is my real cousin. What cities is up in here this morning? What cities is in here this morning? How about that? Let me get an understanding. And y'all like the video. It's 800 people here, 200 likes. Good morning, Rochester. Good morning, Baltimore. Plainfield. Home of George Clinton. New York City, Queens, D.C., Northern Virginia, West Philly, Jackson, Mississippi, Mississippi, Birmingham, Alabama, Brooklyn, Boston, Detroit, Hartford, Decatur, Landover, Baltimore, G-Borough, West Columbia, Newark, Virginia, East Baltimore, Elizabeth, Portland, Maine. They said the term Brixton. I was in the Brixton market. Shout out to y'all. London, UK, shout out to y'all. I went to Paris and shit looking for flavor. I found none. I had to get on a train and go to London. Now ask anybody that went to Paris and ask anybody to play Paris and shit. You want flavor when you over there? London. Shout out to Brixton. Peace. Good morning. Y'all like the video. Now that y'all represented y'all cities, like the video. Let's get a like from your prospective city. How about that? Pittsburgh, 52nd and Market. That block always been jumping. He said, just pulling up what's going on. Shakir Stewart was a music executive. He's from Oakland. He was very, very young. He started out at Def Jam, rose to be one of the top guys over there and shit. And he allegedly died from a self-inflicted gun wound. And people might have misconstrued it being stress from his job and shit like that. But I feel that it was extortion. I feel he was on the Molly tapes. Shakir was my friend. He was a good dude. Laid the red carpet whenever I visited Atlanta. My man said, I drive a caddy, got a union job, and I live in a gambling joint. I think you qualify to be an OG. It was rumored Tupac was raped in jail, and John Singleton wanted to put it on All Eyes on Me. Don't you know that's fucking bizarre? That's bizarre. Number one, right? Niggas like Tupac don't get raped in jail and shit. Tupac was a damn fool the whole time and shit. He was. He was qualified to go to prison and shit. He was acting a damn fool the whole time. I lived in that fucking area. He was always on the news. He was always doing something. He was shooting at motherfuckers. He always had a gun. Always had weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was official. Niggas like, they don't bother niggas like, he wasn't like no sucker ass nigga, nothing like that. Don't get that impression. He went to Quad's studio. When they jumped out on him, he reached. He tried to get at his hammer and shit. All of that. Put all of that on his jacket. He was running around with these wild motherfuckers. You dig? This is the truth. They talking about rape. Niggas like Tupac don't get fucking raped. This nigga last name is Shakur. His last name is Shakur. It's all types of pro-black motherfuckers in jail. Know the history of his family. Know the history of his motherfucking mother and all that shit. Black Panthers and shit. The Brooklyn Five. They know the whole shit. It's motherfucking royalty in jail. It's motherfuckers that's been up there since the Black Panthers. He was in Clinton. That's a max jail. It's all types of revolutionary motherfuckers up in there. They ain't letting nobody fuck with him. Is you crazy? That's when Fat Joe and them niggas talking about they was protecting Tupac. That was a goddamn lie. You ain't got to protect no goddamn body named Tupac Shakur in prison. His name is Shakur. His name ain't Robert or Daryl. Shakur. He said, Bobby Hemming himself told us about Shakir Stewart. He said, this needs to go viral. That shit was always bizarre. New Orleans, I appreciate your super chat. New Orleans in this bitch. Hey, yo, I'm saying this to y'all through the eyes of a person who's been in prison. I'm saying this through the eyes of a mother. I was in there, right? I was in the penitentiary. I swear to God. coming through with this white boy. He was with us. I didn't know his name, what county he was from, but he was with us. What I mean with us is that we was all coming through together. You come in a pack. We all had on jumpsuits and shit, so he's with us. I don't know where he's from or nothing like that. I remember when we went to the shower. He got in the shower with all his clothes on. I swear to God, this shit was funny as hell because we was in this prison called Western Penitentiary, and the showers was cut off. Like, it only covered this part of your body and shit. Like, everything else was exposed and shit like that. And it's open. It's tears and shit. It was one of them jails like Shawshank. Boom. He got in the shower with all his goddamn clothes on, the top and bottom. I'm talking about he's soaking wet. He unbuttoned like 2 of his buttons and washed his underarms and shit like that. Washed his hair and got up under there and walked out of there. He was dripping like a motherfucker. We was laughing like a motherfucker, right? Boom. I seen him at the next jail because we went from Western to Camp Hill. I seen him again at the next jail. And he was walking, right? I seen him walking. I swear to God, I seen him walking. He walking the track and shit. And he's smoking a buckhorn. That's a roll-up cigarette. Had his motherfucking sleeves rolled up. Got his cigarettes tucked in his sleeves. He been lifting little weights and shit. And I seen him and shit. I'm like, hey, yo. I'm like, yo, what's up, homie? You all right? He was like, yeah, and shit. Like, and he knew exactly what I was talking about. I'm like, you good? He was like, yeah, I'm good and shit. So if that happens like that with him, a motherfucker like Tupac who gonna have all types of people there that's trying to do him favors and shit like that, his transition is gonna be much more fluid, period. Yeah, I remember Shakur from Chester. Niggas who glorify jail are with that trifling shit. Yeah. He said, nah, I'm telling prison stories. Nah, I'm giving y'all some clarity. Giving you some clarity. I just told a prison story the other day. That was my max out. That was the last experience I had for you. I told you about basketball, and I told you about Cool C and Steady B. And they did nothing else happen there and shit. Fuck. Good morning, everybody. It's almost 900 people here, 300 likes. Can we get to like 500 or something? Good morning. That's how the algorithm is triggered, through the likes and shit. That's why I ain't never asked y'all for anything. This content is free. This dope is free. All y'all gotta do is line up and get a dose. But make sure you subscribed and like the video. He said, rest in peace, Shakir. His whole family is true warriors. His father sent the kite before Tupac got there. Tupac was good before he landed. Exactly. Mutulu Shakur. My man said OGs retire from good jobs and drink Johnny Walker. He said trying Tupac in prison was a death sentence. Too many Panthers in the system. Banky Pound got polished. Banky Pound got polished. That's his name, Banky Pound. His name ain't OG and shit. These niggas that's on that OG shit, they need to park it and shit. He said, I just got in this live, but I know it's a good one. I'm about to get up out of here in a minute. I appreciate y'all for coming through. But look into this. They had a black, it was like the Black Hand. The Black Hand was Chaz Williams and them niggas, but they had like some black mob shit going on in the music business. I'm pretty sure it was always present. You seen I think that was the 5 Heartbeats. That nigga Red hung the nigga over the balcony and shit like that. It been wild gangster motherfuckers in music and shit. So he said Mutual, his first cousin was Chaz Williams. Yep. Good morning, everybody. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at I am Gully TV _. Jason, thank you. Thank you. Go to my website and get right. This is knittage. This is knittage. The year the dribble was established. Bicentennial. Going through and get right, man. Putting out that fire. Fire. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? He said NBA around the corner with them Lakers looking like. Somebody said we might be getting Giannis. I don't care. The Lakers ain't about to stress me out again. I'm not. Tired of them niggas, man. Lakers, I always say this. Lakers ain't gonna stress me out this year. Whatever happens with them niggas, if Anthony Davis fall to the ground and all that type of shit, I ain't gonna do it. They done just said that Bronny ain't NBA material. He ain't coming to the NBA, so all of that, LeBron playing with his son, that's out the window. It ain't gonna happen. They said he ain't good enough. Did y'all see that? They said it. The scouts said it. He be playing big game. They just had a big. He just played in a big game, a big matchup. I think he played against Carmelo Anthony's son or some shit like that. And I think they combined for like 22 points. Shout out to the big three. What's money name? From Boston. He's playing for the big three. He said he's mediocre and he got a heart issue. That cardiac arrest hurt his stock. Another young athlete has some heart problems that was highly touted. I don't like roasting people. That's not what I'm here for. Leak Moss, he's easy. Leak Moss is easy. I just be trying out my old material and shit. Trying out some of my old material. You got to be able to rip. Up from 17th Street, man. It was niggas around my way, man. Rip on your ass till you cry and go home. You ready to kill a motherfucker and shit. I told Leak ass up. He better fall back. It's lucrative. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. I told Leak he looked like a Fleetwood. Hey, yo. Subscribe to the channel. Good morning. Make sure y'all go check out this joint I just did with B McFlit from Philadelphia. It's dope. He's speaking about opioid addiction and shit and the history of it in Philly and shit. Before that shit became a problem for the world, that shit was an extreme problem down there, and it shows through Kensington. You ain't never seen no shit like that. He said MJ kids did not cut it. He said, you know how to bid. I told that nigga he looked like a Cadillac. Y'all remember them Cadillacs back in the day with them big ass fucking grills and shit? Looked like it's smiling at you. Looked like this, them big ass that big ass grill. Oh, shit. Thank you. Go to the website. Get you one, my nigga. Go to the website, man. This ain't a one-on-one, man. This is for you. I designed this for you. I had you in mind because I know you exemplify all of these traits. You're too black. You're too strong. You're too genius. Right? He said Barry Sanders' sons did not cut it. I think Steph Curry's probably the only player that, you know, surpassed his father and shit. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's been almost an hour. I appreciate y'all. About to go to the salad bar and shit. and I got to edit this content. Shout out to everybody that's gonna get on Pillmatic. We loaded. I'm gonna tell y'all the roster a little bit later. But anyway, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here. TheRealDribble.com. Go fuck with your boy. The movie come out Labor Day, I believe. I'm gonna be talking big shit. When it come out, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker that announced to it. I already told him. As soon as the trailer done, Luke Steffen. Soon as the trailer done, give it to the dribble, and it becomes mine. I'm out. Peace.